Hey everyone, welcome to my channel today. I hope you're all having a great day on this miserable rainy day that it is, at least in Scotland. Yeah, welcome, thanks for watching. Today I am doing the Goth Mum Tag. I got this idea from Emily Boo. She did it on her channel. I can't remember who she said she'd got the inspiration from, but I will link Emily Blue either down below or up in the cards. She is amazing. She is this beautiful gothic mermaid. She's kind of the reason I got into YouTube. Like, I've been kind of following her online for a while. You know, her YouTube channel is so great, and you know, I just took a lot of inspiration from her, and she is just the coolest person ever. So go check her out because she is absolutely amazing, and she uploads all the time, and she uploads really interesting content, and her husband uploads videos too, so you should check him out as well. So yes, I thought this sounded like a really cool video to do. It's something very close to my heart, although I'm not the most goth person these days. You know, I'm kind of leaning more towards being more like back to my kind of more 90s grunge aesthetic, or just living in pajamas. But, you know, being a goth is something I have identified with being since primary school, to be honest, since I was about 11, 12 years old. Like, my dad was really into heavy metal, classic metal, grunge, you know. I was always listening to Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Rainbow, bands like that. I remember really getting into Murder Dolls when I was like really little. You know, I fell in love with Korn. Like, the first album I ever owned that wasn't a pop album was Korn's first album. And, you know, I guess I'm sidetracking here, but you know, being a mum and being alternative is still such a huge part of who I am and who my family is. You know, my husband, you know, he's pretty, you know, he's tattooed, he's got piercings, he's, you know, he's in a band, he's really into music. My daughter kind of just wants to be like us. So I really felt like this was such a good video to do, and you get to know me better as well, because, you know, I haven't really posted many videos about myself. You know, you've seen Ivy on my channel. Ivy loves posting videos on here. At the moment, we're doing a lot about her gluten lifestyle and etc. So I will link all these videos up in the cards, and yeah, I'll probably do like a little photo montage at the end of like me and Ivy over the years. So yeah, I wrote all the questions down in my little pushing book that Ivy got me. That is my YouTube notepad. So yes, let's get into it. So, question number 1. Do you force your child to wear black? No, I don't. I mean, apart from her school uniform, which is blue, black and grey and white, you know, I don't force her to wear black, apart from school uniform. Ivy loves wearing black, though. You know, she drew a picture of us the other day, and she's like, I'm the one in the middle in black because I'm going to be a goth when I grow up. And I was like, cool, that's cool. No, I don't force her to wear anything. She dresses herself. She can go through phases of wearing, you know, she has this black long sleeve t-shirt that's like got sequins. It's like, you know, an emoji thing, and she's like, this is so goth because it's got like a unicorn and it's black, and I'm like, yes it is. No, and then other days she'll be like, I'm wearing dresses today because I want to wear pretty dresses and wear flowers, and other days she's like, I'm gonna borrow one of your band t-shirts and wear it as a dress. You know, Ivy dresses herself. Like today she's wearing a unicorn t-shirt with a black dress on top of it and like skinny legging jeans and a big pair of purple wellies to school. You know, I think her school get pissed off because I hate uniform. But no, I don't force her to wear anything, apart from if it's raining, I'll be like, put a coat and some wellies on and a jumper, you know, or, you know, I'll be like, you have to wear some tights or leggings because it's cold, you know. Practical things I'll force, well, force is you know, but I would never force her to dress in black just because I'm dressed in black. Okay. Do you force your child to listen to rock or metal music? By default, arguably yes, but no. We have a car. We're out in the car all the time. We're the kind of people, we have a car, we like going out in the car. We go for random drives. We drive everywhere. We live in the middle of nowhere, so we have to drive everywhere. So we do listen to our music. Now, Ivy likes our music. One of her favourite bands is Napalm Death. I personally am not really a big Napalm Death fan. My husband is. He's much more into metal. I'm more into pop punk and grunge. But she loves them. She headbangs in the car, screams away to them. She loves The Offspring. She is obsessed with The Offspring. She was so jealous because me and my husband went to see them a couple of years ago, last year. And she was so mad that we went to see them without her. It was the same, we went to see Korn, and she was so angry. She's like, but I want to see them. Her favourite band is Kiss. She loves Kiss, which is also Grant's favourite band. Well, one of them. Him and his dad are really into Kiss and AC/DC, and Ivy's kind of following in those footsteps. She has the Scooby-Doo meets Kiss DVD, and she watches it all the time in her room. Her friends will come around and she will educate them on Kiss. She'll be like, this is the demon, this is the cat, this is the spaceman. You know, I'm not really into Kiss, so I always feel really left out because her and Grant will have these in-depth conversations about Kiss, and I'm like, really don't listen to them, but she has all these Hello Kitty Kiss figures in her room. We're really sad because Kiss were playing here not that long ago, but they had massive age restrictions on the show because we really wanted to take her, but we couldn't. So, but, I mean, aside from that, she loves Katy Perry. She loves Lady Gaga. I mean, we love Lady Gaga, so I mean, we listen to her anyway. She loves JoJo, who does the big hair bows. She's been watching her videos on YouTube. You know, she has Katy Perry albums, Lady Gaga albums. She'll put them on in her room, open the windows, blast that music so loud, and dance. She loves dancing. So, you know, we're not the kind of parents who are like, oh, well, we don't like Katy Perry. We don't like JoJo. We don't like whoever else she listens to. You know, no, not at all. We will buy her their CDs and we will play them in the car. We just have to suffer, but you know, it's fine. She has to listen to our music. You know, every Christmas she gets like a Now 90 whatever album from her grandparents, you know, because I think it's important to have a wide taste in music, because there's a lot of pop music I do like. I love Britney Spears, I love Elton John, I love Cher. They're not really pop music, but you know what I mean. Like, I love Christina Aguilera, I love Lady Gaga, but then, you know, they're not my favourite bands. You know, I love, obviously, Blink-182, you know, they're my favourite band. As I said, pop punk's kind of my thing, and grunge, but, you know, we would never say to her, you have to like our music. I think by default, yes, she listens to our music all the time. There's some things we don't like. We don't put Eminem on in the car with her, because that's just not inappropriate, you know. But, you know, I think it's really important for her to get her own taste in music and to be exposed to every type of music there is. Like, Grant loves rap. He listens to a lot of rap in the car when I'm not there. I can't stand it. You know, we listen to pop music. Like, the other day I was listening to Panic at the Disco, and she's like, I love Panic at the Disco. And I was like, yes. You know, and I think it's really important to let your children be exposed to every type of music there is and educate them in that, because music, I mean, to me, and especially to Grant, music's so important. And Ivy's learning to play guitar, she can play piano, she plays the ukulele, the harmonica, the drums. Music is such a huge part of our family that, yeah, you know, Ivy's going to be exposed to music all the time. So by default, yes, she's forced to listen to metal, but she doesn't have, like, we don't expect her to like it, if that makes sense. Do you want to have any more baby bats? Yes. I had Ivy when I was 19. I was 18 when I got pregnant, had her at 19. I was a single mum for 4 years. So arguably, for those 4 years, no more children. I never wanted more kids. The thought of having more kids was, ugh. But then, you know, when me and Grant started dating and things got really serious, you know, him and Ivy, even, like, me and Grant have known each other for years before we started dating each other. And him and Ivy, even when we were just friends, have always just clicked. You know, and he's such a natural with kids that I think one day, you know, we did kind of sit down and go, you know what, we do want more kids. Like, even if it's just one more kid, we do want another one. I mean, I need to lose weight before we can have more, which I'm working on. But yes, I think ideally we'd have one more. I think at the most two more, because, I mean, I'm from a big family. I have two sisters. You know, my aunt and uncle, they've got 6 kids. You know, I do come from a pretty big family. Like, my family is pretty big on having a lot of children. So, I mean, I've always grown up, I have so many cousins, I have sisters, you know, step cousins, foster brothers and sisters. You know, I'm used to having a big family, where Grant is a single child. I mean, he has, you know, his brother and sister. I mean, technically there's step brother and sister, but we don't use the word step. And then his other sister on his dad's side. You know, but he was a single child, so I think he's always kind of had the mentality of just like, one child's enough. But I think we'll have one more. We know the names, and definitely, no, I would love to have another child. And I think Ivy would make an excellent big sister. Have you or your children ever faced any negativity to the way you dress? Yes. Not so much since, well, yes, Ivy Rose does, because she is different. She, you know, she has half her head shaved. She marches to the beat of her own drum. She, you know, even her teachers are like, you know, Ivy's very different from the other kids. And I'm like, well, fucking right she is. Of course she is. That's what I want for my child. But I think in the earlier years, when she was a lot younger, still in the buggy, people, I think, were more judgmental of me pushing a buggy than me walking down the road with her now. And to be honest, most of the negativity came from my family. I was always told, you're a mother now, you can't wear shorts that short. You're a mother now, cover yourself up. You're a mother now, don't wear, you know, scary makeup. Don't wear scary clothes. And I think for a while, I did tone it down. I did. You know, but most of that came with weight gain. I suddenly felt like I couldn't be a goth anymore, which is stupid. You can be whatever you want to be, no matter what size you are. But I think Ivy sometimes used to get crap at school because she'd come in and people would be like, that's a boy's t-shirt, that's a boy's packed lunchbox, that's a boy's show. And Ivy's very much aware of fuck gender stereotypes, not fuck gender, but fuck gender stereotypes. Because she's like, but I like Jake and the Neverland Pirates, I like Sonic the Hedgehog, I like Spider-Man, I like Minions, you know. And she really does give it to people if people argue with her, because she's like, there's no such thing as a boy's thing, there's no such thing as a girl's thing. And I'm so proud of her. One of our neighbours turned around to her when she had her head shaved and said that she looked like a cancer victim, and why would she do that? I was so angry when she came home and told me this, because I was like, who the fuck do you think you are saying that? Apparently Ivy turned around to her and went, no, I don't have cancer, this is just my hair, and this is how I like wearing my hair. Sorry, the postman just walked past. If you don't like it, I don't care. And I was like, yes, girl, yes, you know. And it was fine. I think, you know, just some people are so small-minded that, you know, they do look at Ivy and go, but you look like a boy, or you look like this. But you know, she takes it in her stride, and which is something I could never do. My gran told me I looked like a boy when I got my hair cut and a few months ago, and I burst into tears, you know. Whereas Ivy Rose is like, I think Mummy looks beautiful, how dare you say that, Babon? And my gran has shorter hair than me. But you know, I think Ivy Rose is definitely going kind of more the opposite route than I ever did, and she doesn't take these things personally. And I'm so proud of her for that, because she takes it in her stride and she knows who she is and she is proud of who she is. And yeah. Do you hope your children will follow in your stylistic choices when they come of age? I think every parent hopes that. I think it's a lie to say that you don't. But my hope for Ivy is that she finds her own style and who she is. Like, you know, right now she's like, I'm a punk, and the next day she's like, I'm a goth. So I think, you know, I bought a pair of Vivienne Westwood shoes the other day. Can we just appreciate how beautiful these are? It was a graduation gift from my husband. But they arrived and Ivy's like, oh my god, they're so beautiful, I want them. And I was teaching her about Vivienne Westwood and how Vivienne Westwood is like the queen of punk. And she was like, oh my god. And you know, she does remind me so much of me at that age, because at that age I discovered Vivienne Westwood doing a project at school and fell in love with her. And you know, I think Ivy gets a lot of inspiration from me, because I think every little girl, not every girl, but most girls look up to their mums and go, I want to be like my mum. I wanted to be like my dad. Like, I'm not going to get into issues with my mum, but I think Ivy Rose very much looks at me and Grant and goes, you know, I want to be like you. But you know what, if in a few years she turns around and goes, actually, you know what, I don't want to be like you. I don't want to have tattoos. I don't want piercings. I want to be, you know, whatever. And that'll be okay, you know, because I think no matter what, they're still your kid. It doesn't matter how they dress. But I think, yeah, I think every kid wants to be like their mum, or every parent hopes that they'll be a good influence on their kids. But I'm just, as long as she is happy and always being herself, then that's all I care about. Okay, next question. Right. To quote Eric Draven from The Crow, Mother is the name of God on the lips and hearts of all children. Do you think it's important to be a positive, strong role model? First off, love that film. That scene is so powerful. And, of course, my dad was my role model growing up, and I think it's important for both parents, if both parents are around, or, you know, whatever, foster parents, step parents, adoptive parents, you know, aunts and uncles. I think it's really important for you to be a role model to your kid. And, you know, there's times I feel like I'm the worst mum in the world because reasons. I think, you know, oh my god, I look at my past and think, oh my god, I never want Ivy to end up like me and make the same mistakes I did. But I think also having two younger sisters helped kind of prepare me for a lot of things. Because you know what, I look at Ivy and I see how much she holds herself confidently and how proud she is in herself, which is something I personally don't have, but it's something I have strived to teach Ivy. And, you know, I'm constantly striving to teach her to be herself, to be confident, to love herself. And, you know, loving yourself is so hard. But I think, you know, me and Grant really teach her a lot of that. You know, Grant really encourages her to push her passions, to educate her, you know. And I think we're both good role models, and I think, you know what, you're a parent and you have to step up. You know, you're responsible. Being a parent is the biggest responsibility anyone would ever have in their life, and I will argue till I'm blue in the face to anyone who says differently. You know, I get tired of people saying, oh, well, I have a dog, that's the same. I have 2 cats, but I love my daughter more. My daughter's a bigger responsibility than my 2 cats. You know, it makes me really... I'm not going to go into that, that is a pet peeve. But I think, you know, if you're going to be a parent, you have to fucking step up your game. You have to. You can't be who you were before. You have to change. You need to step up. And you need to be a positive role model because you're the person or persons that your children look up to for most of their life, who they want to be like, who they get their advice from, who they come running to when they're sad or something has gone wrong or they are hurt. You know, you need to set a path for them. And you know what, like, kids people will go in any direction that they want to go in life. But, you know, I think you have to be a role model to show your kids that they can be whoever they want to be, and they have to love themselves, and, you know, show them that, you know, they are the number one person in your life. So, yeah, I think parents need to be good role models. I didn't really have great role models growing up, so, you know what, like, I strive to be the best role model for my child and future children, and, you know, I hope I'm doing okay. Okay, next question. What do your children think about the way you dress? Ivy loves the way I dress. I said it was getting really long, so I'll try and wrap this up. She loves the way I dress. She always says to me, I can't wait till I'm an adult and I can fit into your clothes. I can't wait till I can wear big shoes like that. I can't wait till I can have tattoos. I can't wait till I can get piercings. She is so desperate for tattoos. She is so desperate. And she's like, why? Why have I got to be 18? And I'm like, because you gotta be. You know, she's so desperate for tattoos. She's always designing, always wanting, always talking about what she wants. You know, the other day we got her t-shirt and it's like, it's Minions, but it's like traditional tattoo style. And she's like, that's so my style. You know, like, it's grey, so it's punk, and it's tattoos, so it's like really punk and goth, but it's Minions, and, you know, that makes it even more my style. Literally what she was saying. She loves the way we dress. She notices if Grant's wearing a Mastodon t-shirt, she's like, yeah, Mastodon! You know, she loves when I wear jewellery. She's always like, Mummy, you're so pretty. Mummy, oh, you look beautiful today, Mummy. Oh, Mummy, I wish I looked like you. You know, she loves the way I dress. She thinks it's fun. You know, a lot of the time I'm in, like, Disney princess or Disney villain t-shirts or, like, you know, band t-shirts. And she's always like, that's so cool, Mom. We can match. She loves the way that me and Grant dress. She loves it. Okay. Have your children ever felt or do you feel like you embarrass your kids? Ivy's 7. Of course I embarrass her. It's so hard to hear the words from your child, Mummy, you're embarrassing me, please stop. And it will be things over, you know, you'd be on the bus and you're playing like a silly game that you play on the bus, or a silly song, or you do a silly voice, and she's like, Mummy, that is so embarrassing. Please stop. She's overly dramatic. But I don't think she gets embarrassed over who we are. I think she gets embarrassed if Grant tells some bad dad jokes, or if I do some really cheesy dance to a song she's listening to, or we play a game in public that she suddenly thinks she's too old for. You know, I think kids get to a certain age, you know, she's very self-conscious of, like, you know, what people, you know, how she carries herself, and I think that's just natural. I used to be so humiliated by my parents, and they'd sing silly songs they'd been singing to me my whole life, and I'd be like, oh my god, please stop. But, you know, I think that's just natural, and I don't think she's embarrassed by who we are. I think there's a difference, so, yeah. Okay, final question, I promise, because this video is 25 minutes. Oh my god. But, last question, and I will try and keep this brief. As a goth mother in the subculture community, can you offer any advice to other mothers out there? I would say, stay true to yourself. I gave birth to Ivy with neon green and purple braided extensions in a Motorhead t-shirt. And you know what? I remember spending the whole time in that delivery room freaking out that nurses wouldn't give us enough care, people were going to judge me, I was also very young. But you know what, like, don't lose who you are, because yes, being a mother is going to take up all, if not most, if not all of your life, but always take time to be you. And whether that is just taking 2 minutes to put on some black eyeliner or scrunch up your hair or just put on a black dress, because you know what, every item of clothes is going to get food, it's going to get puke on it, you know. And I just feel like I wish there was a point in my life that, as I said, a lot of it was to do with weight gain, but I wish I hadn't stepped away and threw out all my clothes and stopped being who I am just because I was like, oh, I'm a mum and I'm this and Ivy's going to school and people are going to judge me. No, you know what? Fuck those people. Take time for yourself any second or moment that you can, whether it's you put on your favourite song and you dance away and listen to it, or talk to your kids about your tattoos, your piercings, your clothes, your favourite band, your favourite movies. You know, there's so much out there that, you know, you can still be you, but in a childish way. You know, turn your favourite songs into games or stories, like band artwork and stuff. You know, just keep believing in yourself and love yourself and realise that yes, you're a mother, but you're still you. I lost that along the way because I was like, I'm just Tash, Ivy's mum. That's all I am. And even to my family, I just felt like all I was somebody to bring Ivy to see them. And it will feel like that. But you know what? Like, your kids are going to love you, and your kids will thank you for always being you and loving yourself and embracing the weirdness, embracing whatever it is that makes you you. Because you know what? There's nothing more beautiful than a person who holds themselves and loves themselves and is true to themselves. I think is the most beautiful thing. And I think as a parent, that is such a great gift to pass on to your child. I think, you know, don't be afraid. Don't think, you know, your tattoos, your piercings, your clothes, your hair, they don't define you as a parent. Your gender, your sexuality, these things don't define who your parenting skills. Don't ever think because you dress a certain way is going to make you a better or worse parent. Not at all. You know, we live in a culture where slut shaming and alternative shaming and just shaming mothers is such an existing thing. And you know what? You're going to lose friends along the way, but you're going to make friends. And even if it's just online, in an online community, you know, because let's face it, you don't really have much of a social life. But you know what? Like, you will make friends. If you lose the friends you had, do not worry, because they were not worth it. I lost so many friends when I became a mum, and I lost even more friends when I got married. And you know what? Your real friends who give a shit about you, your kid, your partner, they will stick by you. And don't give a shit about the ones who leave you behind. You know, I'll quickly say there's the Punky Mums page on Facebook. There's obviously the UK one, the US one. Request to join PM UK, because it is a forum based of punky, goth, alternative mothers. Most of us feel we're not very punky anymore, but you know, there's so many subgroups, like blog pages, craft pages, LGBTQ pages, book club page, you know, and it is a place where no judgment. There is rules, of course. You can't be homophobic, you can't be racist, you can't be rude and nasty, obviously. But it is a place where you can just, it's a safe space to talk about relationships, being a mother, whatever it is you want to talk about. And I highly encourage you to request to join. You fill in an application and someone will accept or decline you. But I do feel like if you feel lonely, please search for that page. I'm not sponsored by that page. I'm not an admin. I'm not a modmin. I don't work for them. I'm just a person on that page. And that page has helped me a lot. There's also Girl Talk, less parent orientated, but you know, if you're feeling lonely or you need advice or you want to be around like-minded mums, and we have punky mum meetups all the time, all over the country. So yeah, that would be my advice. Join a page like that and be you, and stick it to anyone who says that you can't. Because you know what? You be a goth mum, a punk mum, a grunge mum, whatever kind of mum, and you rock. You're amazing. But this is a half-hour video. This is ridiculous, so I'm going to go now. But thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye!